left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. It's Green. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Topper!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Five.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 24, check 24. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey,
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
ready. 6 yards.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Johnson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check that. Check. Oko over here. Check 43. Jump out. Plant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 6-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
They come out here in the eye. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brook. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down.
Here we go. Here we go. Push you out, Lord. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it again.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Green 18. 53. Hey, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Miles Boykin, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now a give, right side. Green. That good for 19 on a first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep. Keep pace.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Get 300. Get 300.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. Busts through the tackle. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Play action. It's Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And some room to work. That goes for a gain of 31.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He gets this one to Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't think you got it, son.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal following the penalty. It's Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
319. 6 to the 50. 319.
They'll run on 1st down. Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Joker. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson dances by him. Johnson's got it complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson now. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go!
Now Rodgers. It's caught. Becker. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big pickup of 38. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Right 26.
Mike, 58, right there. What we got?
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. A 20-yard touchdown. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 88. Push him back. Yeah,
Now Rodgers to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They run the counter. Green. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 2. Jackson, Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Here's Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Ravens.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we got to get this stop.
On first down, Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Let's get it. Ready? Get right. Mike 54. Come on.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean,
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Green 18.
Check 53 is mine. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Finding Green complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check 13. Check 13. Team Mike. 58. 58 is Mike.
Inside.
And again, it's Rodgers. And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Check. Now, you got 58.
The toss running left. It's Green. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now the throw hauled in by Green. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I got you. Go to 50. Mike, 53. Yeah. Mike. I'm coming after you. Check 31. Watch that.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, 626.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Now it's Jackson. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Watch 54.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Come on, D.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A gain of 7 yards.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson, he's got his man here. It's Green. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Now Jackson on 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done as you noted, and they did.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check it out, read.
Inside.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 65. 65.
Greystone, travel.
65.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for Green Bay, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.